Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your host, Scotty B.
Good afternoon, how's everyone doing? Do we have any fans here from Days of Our Lives? Are you ready to meet this incredible cast? Alright, they need a lot of enthusiasm and we kind of have a little twist going on, but we'll get into that in just a second. We've got a couple surprises for you out there. So make sure that you make a lot of noise and get those questions ready. So we've got Julie Reiner in the house and they're going to be asking you guys if you want to address this incredible panel that we have coming up here. First, please welcome. He's all business when it comes to his company, but makes an extra effort to eliminating hussies from his kids' lives. Playing the character Victor Kiriakis, please welcome John Aniston. Right down this way, John. You take your time, sir. You take your time.
Thank you very much.
She's very in love with fiancé Nick Fallon and very pregnant with the baby of ex-lover gone gay Will Horton. Oh my goodness. Playing the character Gabby Hernandez, please welcome Camila Bannis. Here you are, Camila.
Hey, everybody.
He has a lot to juggle with a new son in his life and his current lover battling out with his baby mama. Playing the character Daniel Jones, the White Knight Doctor. Please welcome Sean Christian. How you doing, Sean?
Doing great. Thank you, Orlando.
When he's not busting up the weddings of his enemies, he's pining over Abigail Devereaux, trying to win back her heart. Playing the character Chad DeMera, please welcome Casey Diedrich. Casey, how you doing? Good. After dealing and separating from Spitfire Sammy Brady, he begins to enjoy a finer wine, believing this could be more his taste. Playing Ray Fernandez, the good cop, please welcome Galen Gay! Galen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. On behalf of myself and the cast, welcome.
Right.
I feel like we're gonna fly.
She's patient when it comes to her virginity, but is on the move for finding true love. Playing the character Abigail Devereaux, please welcome Kate Mansing. Hi, Kate.
Thank you, Scott.
All right. Oh yeah, he plays Titan CEO hunk Brady Black, who has a big heart and is given to his father's evil ex-lover, which could lead to awkward family outings. Please welcome Eric Martzoff. He's a playboy and prodigy son of Stefano. He's regained the woman of his dreams, but EJ's a busy man looking for more than just love. He wants power. Playing the role of EJ DeMera, please welcome James Scott.
Thank you.
Currently sectioned at St. Luke's, where she sinfully lusts over her past lover gone priest. Playing the role of Nicole Walker, please welcome Ari Zucker. Hello, Ari.
What's up, Orlando? How y'all doing today?
That's for you. That's for you, Ari. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, she struggles with Alzheimer's disease, but don't let that fool you. She's in good spirits and still feisty as ever, and she's about to prove it. She plays the role of Caroline Brady. Please welcome Peggy McKay. Peggy? Now, I told everybody we kind of had a twist. There's a microphone for you. If you wouldn't mind, I know you were kind of working on this. You were busting a rhyme backstage earlier. I think Peggy wants to do a little hip-hop rap for you guys. What do you say? Peggy, why don't you take center stage there and let's hear your skills. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Peggy McKay.
Can you hear me okay? Sound good? You look wonderful, okay? Okay, but you know Samuel, and you know the show. You gotta do a rap. That's all I can say. It's called the Caroline Brady rap, okay? And you'll help me with clapping if you want. Okay? I'm Caroline Brady, and I lived in Salem where life is really raucous. I'm married to Sean. I have 4 kids, but I don't need to be relaxed. Oh, a moment to sit on a lap when the Caroline Brady rap say, a moment to get that when the are arrested in intensive care. What this motor endures. Each Friday, one of them almost dies when I'm under get miracle cures. Oh, it's never permitted to take a nap when you the Caroline Brady rap. My hair stood on end like Phyllis Diller. I was the victim of a serial killer. Something I never expected. But you know, Sailor, is why I am wondrous. Thank God I was resurrected.
Yeah.
All of you people who came today is something I really want to say. We know you love us and we love you. So for our show, Day of Lights, stay true.
Peggy McKay, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Peggy. Have a seat. So, before we get going with our panel here, I was told earlier, just wanted to relate this to everyone out there. 47 years the show has been on air. 12,000 episodes have aired, ladies and gentlemen. And they've just been renewed for another year. Let's give it up to this amazing cast. So I think at this point we'll turn it over to some of the audience members. Julia, I believe you have someone in the audience there.
I sure do. This is Noelle from West Palm Beach, and her question is for EJ.
I want to say I'm a huge fan. I didn't get to meet you earlier, but it's great to be able to talk to you now. And I wanted to ask you if you prefer to play EJ evil or if you prefer to play him good like he is right now.
Well, sometimes it can be a little bit too evil. But on the whole, I definitely prefer it when he's a little bad. Definitely. It's a lot more fun to be able to do that than to constantly have to be good all the time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll go over to Ryan.
All right, we have Christina from Canada, and she has a question for the entire panel, actually.
Okay. Hey guys, if you could play any other character on the show, who would you pick?
All right, John, let's start with you on the end. If you had an opportunity to play a different character, who would you like to play?
Marlena.
And why is that, John?
I don't know, I think it'd be fun.
All right, fun playing a woman. You got the answer you came for. All right, next, please.
I don't know. I guess that from that rap, I guess I'd like to be Caroline Brady, right? Come on. That was awesome.
Please.
Oh my God, who do I want to be? We'll take a vote, no.
I'll be Maggie. I'll be my mom, so I can teach myself how to keep myself in line. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Good. Heartfelt answer there, Sean.
Get myself out of hot water.
I'd probably have to say, I would probably play you, Daniel, because you're a lady, you're ladies, man. You got all the ladies after you, taking your shirt off and stuff. I'd probably be doing that. I'd rather be doing that.
All right, Jalen.
Playing the role of Daniel and be taking his shirt off soon.
$60. $60.
Don't sell yourself short. All right, Galen, how about you?
Yeah, I think I'd like to play Dr. Strangelove as well. Okay, how does this guy not get disbarred? Oh, you're a patient. Great, come on in.
All right, Kate?
I think I'm rethinking my answer now that I've heard theirs. I think it would be pretty awesome to be Daniel also, but I'm gonna go instead. And I think I would be Kate because she's such a, just like a rad chick and she's strong and, wait.
All right, Eric?
We got any cougars in the house? I know one. I think I'd be Kristen DeMera so I could know what the heck she's thinking right now.
James?
You know, your sis.
You know, I think I'd play Stefano. I think I'd be my father. It would be nice to know what it's like to win one of those confrontations.
All right.
I would play me.
Switch up.
Okay, that's not playing the game. My ego is so large. No, Stefano or John Black, because I love how, Drake is studied, viciously, that John Black is Jason Bourne. And that would be exciting for me, jumping off cars and swinging from trees. I don't know, I'd like to be John Black.
That's Tarzan.
All right, and finally, Peggy, who else would you like to play if you had the opportunity? What other character would you like to play on the show? If you had the opportunity to play another character.
That's New York City? What?
Yes, the question was if you had an opportunity to play another character on the show,
Yeah.
who do you think you would want to play?
Well, I want a primetime Debbie on a show called Trials of Rosie O'Neill. I played a mentally ill homeless woman. And the show and the writer got an award from the John Henry Mental Health Foundation for a film that was true and compassionate about the condition of the homeless and the mentally ill. I was privileged to do it, and I was privileged to receive an Emmy. So I love that, and I love doing this show, and I love meeting you today. That's, we don't get to see you. We get to see you.
And we're glad we can see you. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. All right, let's go back to Julia. We've got another question in the audience.
Sure do. This is Kathy, and she's from Orlando.
Hi, have you ever, any of you, this is directed to everybody, have you ever had a storyline that you didn't agree with, and then what do you do?
All right, so you get a little conflicting storylines, maybe the direction that the character is going, that they're like, oh, I don't really like this. Have you ever come up against that? Any of you, go ahead and just chime in.
Our boss is here, so no,
It's just
story
saying
line.
It's kind of a tough one to answer.
Everyone loves their role.
Enthusiastically every story that I've ever had.
Me too. It's been
Me
great.
too.
Thank you.
Another one up there, Julia?
We're serious.
Ryan, you have somebody? Yeah, we can jump back to Julia.
Scotty, we have Janice from Winter Park.
Janice.
Hi, Carolyn. I've been watching the show since I was 15 years old. It'll be 40 years next year. And I feel like you're like a second mom to me. And when you went through the illness that you just recently went through, it broke my heart because my mom went through Alzheimer's. And I really feel attached to you, and I watch the show every day. I have to work now, of course, so I DVR it. But I want to ask you, who out of anybody that you've ever worked with on the show, who have you enjoyed working with the most, and why?
I love working with John, Victor. Actually, I gotta say, when I look at the show, I'm not on or whatever, and when we came to the Emmy, we had an Emmy nomination, daytime, and I watched the reels of our actors. I think our actors are exceptional. Trying to find the most fun scene. Well, I don't have any fun scenes. Anyway, that's what I feel. I feel that we're blessed and we get on well, you know. And when I watch their acting, I go, that's right on. They're good.
Thank you, Peggy.
Great answer. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Julia.
Right, I'm with Bernie. She's from Leesburg, Florida, and her question is for Rafe. Rafe, Kate, really?
Hey, watch what you say.
Really? Really, Kate? Really, Kate?
Again, my boss is here as well. But, yeah, I mean, where else would Rafe go?
I know you can go if you get sick.
Gabby doesn't approve, by the way. I don't approve.
Galen, I believe they're saying Nicole. But I think they're saying...
I believe Nicole is busy with everyone else in Salem.
I am single and living in a convent. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Brian.
Hi there, we have Liz from Orlando. Go ahead and stand up.
Hi, Liz.
Mine's for EJ. Who is your favorite female co-star? Should I leave?
These questions.
Oh, thanks. It's in all seriousness, it's not really a question I can answer. Not because I'm uncomfortable, because I am sitting here. No, truly, I don't know how I mean, mainly I've worked with Alison and Ari, and I don't know how I would pick between the two of them, to be completely honest with you, because it's been such a great privilege to work with both of them.
Julia.
I've got Jessica from Boca, and her question is for Victor.
Hi, Victor. I know you've been on the show for quite a while now. What is your favorite scene?
Well, that's a good one. Favorite scene, Victor?
That's tough. I've had so many good ones. But, I think the nastier Victor gets, the more fun he is.
And that is your Victor answer, right? Victor's like the original gangsta.
I'd like to respond to that lady who spoke about Alzheimer's disease. There she is. We're going to do more about people dealing with Alzheimer's. I'm not telling you, but the point is, there's a lot of research and memory games and classes. That's what they send my character to, and it's not hopeless. It's very difficult, but read everything you can about it. You can email me at the Peggy McCabe website, and I did research too. I just want to say that anybody here who has someone who has Alzheimer's, do a lot of research and don't be hopeless about it. They're working very hard to make it better. That's all I can say. Okay.
That's great. Thank you, Peggy. It actually brings up a pretty good question, because I'm sure there are moments with the actors on the panel where you have to explore maybe some side of you that, you know, as an actor maybe, or as an individual, you're not really prepared to do. So is there anything that you guys would say was maybe a scene or some type of life situation that came up where you're like, oh, this is kind of a challenge to kind of deal with and to get involved with? Are there any challenges in some of the roles that you guys have to play? I mean, seeing as Peggy, I mean, I'm sure that as she was saying, there was some, you know, some Alzheimer's research that was being done, so you can understand what the character was going through. Anybody kind of do that? I mean, for the most part, it's pretty fun. But, I mean, anything that you could relate to the audience to say, you know, this was kind of a challenge for me, some aspect of what it is that you do? Anyone?
Well, I know my character has gone through some serious issues as far as what probably every woman might experience, one, whether you know it or not, and it's, you know, losing a child. It's a very difficult situation. I've happened to lose two on the show. And each one gets harder, and also having to deal with a postpartum depression and feeling about, you know, ending my life, which I have no idea what that feels like because I'm a very happy person. And I think for myself, you know, doing storylines like that, I try to do the best job I can to relate to you. It's not about me, and to relate to, if I can help one woman, just one, feel like she's not alone, then I'm doing the best job possible. So.
That's great.
Well said.
Anyone else?
I just quickly, I'm sorry to say that this start again, but work for the animals that are mistreated, killed for no valid reason. They're God's creatures. I have animals. I love them. I'm sure you do. There are animals all over the world, and we can help. Respond to the emails you get. Do what you can, if you want to. Okay.
Thank you, Peggy. All right, let's go back to the audience and ask another question.
All right, I have
Julie?
Lindsay. Lindsay's with me from Jacksonville, Florida, and her question is for Ari.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, I was just curious. You've kissed pretty much almost all of the guys on the stage. Which one is the best kisser?
Yeah, I would like to know.
Thank you.
I would like to
Lindsay.
know.
It's a great question.
I don't know, let me try again. Oh boy. I'm gonna prepare to run. No. That's a very, very difficult question because each man is his own individual and each man gives something differently. And so it's very difficult to give to that, you know, pick just one because, you know, I've got a phone.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an experience in PC. Being politically correct for those of you who are under the age of 18. They got some tough questions for you guys. We're digging deep. Brian, let's go over to you.
Hi, we have Judy from Michigan.
And the villages. I wanted to, yes, Michigan. My question is for you. I want to know the significance of the necklace that you usually wear. And EJ, I think that you should be the star of 50 Shades of Grey.
The women at the villages do not play around. Those are some serious women at the villages. I'm just telling you this right now. All right, let's field those questions.
There is significance to the necklace. It's something that I brought on, incorporated with the character. I don't really talk about it. It's something that I keep for me. But it does track through every relationship and everything he's been through. So, yeah, maybe someday you're gonna answer them. But thank you for asking.
You definitely have some observant fans out there. Julia,
Right
there you
here in the
are.
front row, I've got Bill from Tampa.
Hey, Bill.
Short question, but how long does it take to make one episode?
Well, that's a good
4 minutes.
Well, real quick, and do you guys have to work from like 5 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night?
Speed that up just a little bit. We move at a pretty heavy clip now. We're doing about 8 episodes a week. Yeah, we're on point, which affords us the luxury to come out and meet people when we have time off. But yeah, we are moving pretty fast. Sometimes do 2.5, 3 a day, maybe, depends. Varies though.
But no, we have a pretty nice, you know, 9 to 5 job now. So maker's hours.
We actually get out, we have to be out by 6 o'clock. So most of us with families, we're always home in time for dinner. So it's kind of beautiful that way.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't mean that to be Oh, that's kind of nice.
But unfortunately, he's going to the bar after work most of the time.
Shut up, Galen.
Does that include happy hour?
That's not true, Galen.
I gotta say something. I've done a lot. I did live television, which was insane, and I've done film, and you know. But There is nothing faster and more demanding than the daytime serial from everybody. The writing. Think about that. And I just want to say that it's an amazing part of the medium because it's an hour show with characters of all kinds. And we're fortunate we've done 45 years. So I just want to give them all appreciation for carrying it off. I mean, it's really the fastest work in the business. And that's all I want to say. We love it, too.
Thank you. Ryan.
We have Steph from DC.
Hey, Steph.
Hi, my question is actually for Ari. Maybe I missed something, I do get frustrated and I go away sometimes and I come back to days, but whatever happened to the $5 million that you blackmailed from DJ?
Colin Murphy took it. He's not there anymore now, is he?
Let that be a lesson to you. Julia.
All right, we have Hillary from Orlando with a question for Brady and Rafe.
Hi, Hillary.
Hi. Coming from Passion to the Days of Our Lives, how is that transition? Which do you prefer better?
You guys are asking questions that are like...
Wow. There are obviously two very different shows. Passions was like a spoof on a soap opera, very campy, and Days is a much more grounded show. I have to say, as an actor, it's always great to have a job, and these are no exceptions. So that's pretty much the answer in a nutshell.
I can't speak for Galen, but I mean, that was our first television experience. It's funny, this guy and I, we've literally gone through life in this parallel. We had kids almost at the same time. We both got a television show at the same time, almost. And yeah, we got married around the same time, so we've shared a lot of life, and I love it, man.
Nice stuff out of your way.
Eric and I we always talk about this scene where we were trying to save my sister, it was Lindsay, Teresa. We used to go out. She was being attacked by sharks, and we were in the middle of the ocean shooting tiburones, peligroso, tiburones, and we don't really do that at Days. It's a little different.
You rarely get to shoot sharks with a handgun in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. But we did.
All right, let's go back over to Ryan.
Hi, we have Sarah from Orlando.
What made you guys want to start acting?
Good question.
Escape reality.
Absolutely nothing, apparently.
It was the first time I ever saw Jim Carrey, for me.
That made you want to get into the...
This was like, oh my god, this man is amazing. I want to do everything he's doing. I want to be every character he's ever been. And I just thought he was the funniest, most creative, awesomest actor ever. So I wanted to do the same thing.
John, what inspired you to get into acting?
Stupidity. When I went to college, they said, well, you have to major in something. And I said, what does that mean? You have to pick a primary course of study. Up until that time, the only thing I had done that I really enjoyed was a couple of plays in high school. And I said, well, I'll do that. And here I am.
Now, did you find that once you started, once you chose that major and you started, developing that, did you find that, you actually really enjoyed it, or was it kind of resisted it, you were just doing it because you kind of had to, and then something changed?
No, acting for young kids is sort of an addiction. You do it because you can't stop doing it. And sometimes to no avail. In fact, most times to no avail. But you're addicted and you can't stop.
You feel like you still have the addiction to acting now?
No, I'm pretty much over it.
Thank you, John. Julia.
All right, I have Angela from Lake Wales, and she just had to say something to Gabby.
Hi, Gabby. I think that you should kick Nick to the curb and you would well raise today.
Don't people deserve second chances? Come on! Ay, ay, ay.
told you not to marry that guy.
You keep your mouth shut.
Not good.
All right, Ryan, do we have somebody back out in the audience with you?
We sure do.
Hi, this is for any and all of you. I just want to know if any part of your characters ever flow over into your real life.
God, I hope not.
I was just about to say that.
You know, you become really good at winning an argument. Say. I think that's true. I find myself sometimes just not saying anything at all. I've been in relationships. I've had a girlfriend, and we've been in an argument about something, and I've realized that I'm playing it like I'm in a scene.
I don't think for me translates to Camila, but I do know that there have been situations that Gabby's gone through that I've seen other people go through. Like, for example, I was at the nail salon the other day talking about my storyline, and somebody around me was actually pregnant and their baby's daddy was gay. So I was like, oh, this actually happens. Great. Good luck.
By the way, Camilla actually wears her pregnancy thing out in public.
I do, it's so much fun.
She's like, people are so nice to me when I wear this thing.
I wore it to Best Buy. I was looking for a mini iPad and they didn't have any. They never offered me to put me on a waiting list or anything like that, but the day I showed up with my baby bump, they were like, oh honey, let me put you on the waiting list. I'll give you your personal cell phone number. I'll call you when it's in. I'll save it for you and then we're gonna give it to you. Thank you so much, you're so helpful.
The baby bump plays.
I gotta give you one of those.
All right, let's go back to Julia.
Here we've got Casey from Parrish, Florida. Hi, I was wondering how you all felt when they tried to cancel the show.
Not good, I'll tell you that.
I don't know that they were ever trying to cancel the show. I don't think that's quite, the show had some problems, and I really feel like, for the most part, we've worked through them. And I feel, it's interesting, I was talking to Alison Sweeney just a couple of days ago, because we have scripts that we're reading for next week, and the writing is so much fun. I'm reading these scripts, and I do a couple of things when I read a script. Often I go to the end, just to see how the show ends, how it ends for my character. And I find if it's a really good script, I'm reading backwards. I'm going back through the preceding scene, and I've been doing that a lot recently. I think the writing is really fantastic, and I feel like the show's in a strong position at the moment.
Well, there was a question earlier to you guys about the length of time you put into the shows each day and whatnot. How much time do you really have with your scripts to once you have access to them, to kind of learn your lines? Do you find that to be, I know you've been doing it for quite a while, so it kind of becomes second nature in the process, but is it, like just from an audience perspective, how much time do you really have before you have to know your scenes?
I don't know, you want to fight about it?
I think everybody has their own work ethic as far as it's concerned. For me personally, I give myself maybe a day before. Even if I have the script in my hand 7 days before, the material we're working at such a fast pace that it starts to filter into the next script, and things are moving faster as a result of fans asking for that very thing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And our network has jumped up to the cause, and our stories are moving quick, and characters are jumping into bed with each other at a faster pace than ever. So it's exciting, but it also puts our work ethic in check. We have to be on it, and I think we have been. And thank you so much for just thanks.
Brian?
Hi, we have Lisa from Sarasota, Florida.
Hey, Lisa.
Hello, you guys. You guys are the best. And the show is superb. We're so glad you're here today. Thank you. I want to ask each of you to let me know what career choice you would have picked if you didn't become actors.
That's a good question.
For sure.
John, let's start on the end with you, and then we'll just go one at a time down the panel. If you weren't acting, what is it that you think you'd be doing?
Well, quite honestly, when I was about 40 years old, I went back to school and got a pre-med degree, and I was going to go to medical school.
All right.
I've taught acting. I've taught acting at the Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I've taught it again. And then my work, fortunately, I had a lot of work. I couldn't stay with the last class because I wasn't there, and it's bad for actors to be interrupted in the class. And so I liked it a lot, and I've directed just a little bit, but I love working with the actors. I love actors.
All right, so if you were an actor, you'd be an acting coach. I love it. Camila.
Well, I kind of for a little bit wanted to be a celebrity chef. I don't know, I just like food. I love food. You know what?
Food taster.
Food critic, food taster. There you go.
Taster.
Yeah. So probably food critic or something that has to do with food.
All right, Sean?
I would be definitely something creative. I've explored so many things from driving flatbed trucks to architecture. I mean, I literally have tried so many things, and this profession has sort of found me. But it would have to be creating something, because that's typically what I do when I have any downtime. Whether it's painting, drawing, writing, whatever, it's got to do something from nothing. I need to put it in the universe. So, I don't know. Something.
All right. Casey?
I'd definitely be like the lead screamer of a heavy metal band. That's what I'd probably be doing.
Really?
I always wanted to go on tour and no.
Got it. Like, look at it. It's already like, yeah, so.
Yeah, I would probably be in a heavy metal band. That's what I want to do.
All right, cool. Maybe someday you should take some time and explore that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hope so.
Galen Gehring.
Thank you. I have always been into architectural design and landscape design. So then over the course of 20 some odd years, I've done quite a few homes and landscape quite a few properties. So despite the fact that I've been fortunate to have the job acting, I've also done that. So I think if I wasn't acting, I would just be doing probably more of that.
All right. Thank you, Galen. Kate?
I think the reason why I became an actress is because I didn't want to pick one career. It's really exciting to be able to jump into somebody else's skin into so many different things. But if I had to choose, I would be probably a therapist or something in like psychology, because the human brain and mind just fascinates me. So that's what I would do.
All right. Thank you. Eric?
When I graduated from college, I told my dad on the day of graduation that I would just take a year off and go act before I went to law school. So it's something that's always been in the back of my brain. I got my degree in pre-law or whatever, and that's probably what I would do, which is not far from being an actor anyway. So, yeah, lawyer.
James?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I really don't know. It's interesting. I'd stick within the entertainment industry. But exactly what I do within that, I don't know. It's actually sort of something that I've been thinking about, not in terms of stopping acting, but in terms of expanding my career. And it's a question that I don't know the answer to yet. That was not a very exciting answer. I dig ditches, probably what I would do.
Well, you're doing it now.
Aubrey. Aubrey, what would you do if you were an actor? You'd be a comedian.
I'd be James' boss. Okay, I'm going to give you one of these answers. It depends on what time of my life I was at, because before I got the show, I was taking my pre-vet courses as a veterinarian and was riding 100 jumpers and wanted to be an Olympian and da 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 da. But as my life has progressed, then became an actor, and now any kind of pay-it-forward program that gives back to young adults and helps them become leaders in their lives and build an academy and really make a difference in the world. So it's totally different places. But if you asked me that when I was 19, I'd be a veterinarian by now.
All right. Great answers, thank you. Fantastic question. Julia.
All right, I've got one of your young viewers here. This is Corey. She's 12 and she is from Rhode Island.
Hey, Corey.
This is to Rafe. I was wondering if you ever think you'll get back together with Sammy.
Well, you never know. Obviously, it's daytime television, and so despite the fact that you are with someone and then not with someone, you might end up back with them. I think that she obviously has a very strong connection with Ray, as well as potentially someone else in this room. But if you really want to know, I could tell you the person to ask, but that would, you know, I might get fired for doing that. So I guess the short answer is maybe. I don't know.
Great question out there. All right, Ryan.
We have Deanna from Cape Coral.
Hello. You all look great, by the way. I think you're even better looking here than you were on TV. My question is, was kind of a double question. Are any of you going to be in Florida again anytime soon? And the other question is, what do your spouses or your girlfriend or boyfriends think of the love scenes you do with the other guys or girls?
Yeah, I just had a conversation with my girlfriend about maybe 8 weeks ago, in which I suggested that she might want to start watching the show for a year or so. And she did. And that's not quite true. She saw a little bit of something, and it was enough for her to realize that those were wise words.
Well, mine's half naked on a stage all the time in Vegas, so he gets it.
My wife casually, she's really cute. We'll be watching the show, and when that moment comes up and that music starts swelling and she knows what's coming up, babe, do you want something from the kitchen? And she'll go to the kitchen and get some popcorn or something. It's really cute, but whatever, it's her little thing.
My boyfriend's really supportive. I mean, he watches the show almost every day, and he gets upset with Gabby all the time. Like, why are you so dumb? Why don't you just fight back or say something? It's not me. It's not Camila. And he gets really into it. And, whenever we've had a couple of, love scenes with Nick, especially Valentine's Day, everybody saw that Harshay pillow. He, kind of does the same thing Eric's wife does. So, did you want to go get something to eat, or no? Okay, we'll go somewhere.
Great question. Thank you. Who's up next, sir? Julie?
All right, I've got Brandy from Orlando.
Brandy.
My question is to everybody. The show itself has such a strong family presence. How has that correlated into your personal lives? Being such a family-related group on the show, has it correlated to being so much more tight-knit outside?
Clearly, we're having our own conversation over here. Sorry about that. Anyone else but me?
Yeah, I think that just for example, this particular trip, when we're out, outside of work and we are put together and we go out and we do all these amazing things, it makes it so much easier for all of us to have fun. Because we know each other, and because we work together, and because we get along so well.
We're like a traveling circus family.
So true.
Awesome.
I think it's really great. We have, it's such a sense of family when you're there, and the cast is so wonderful. And I know when I first started, I felt so welcomed by Missy and everyone. And I think that I feel really lucky to have been with a cast that is so wise and generous and is so talented, and it's just great to be with this sort of second family. It's wonderful.
Also, it would be really, really hard for us to accomplish what we do on a daily basis if we didn't like each other. In fact, people who come to our show, who have worked on a lot of other shows, are like, wow, you were probably the closest knit cast that I've ever seen. And a lot of times, actually, when we do finish work, we're still hanging out. And I gotta say, it's really a pleasure to work with
Ari's dressing room.
people.
Yes, we all hang out in my dressing room.
It's like TGI Fridays sometimes.
What's it like for you guys? Because you're, as you said, you're always around each other. When you do get to travel and come to events like this, what kind of experience have you had here, thus far, interacting with the fans and just being able to travel as a group, together? Just give a little bit of what this experience has been like for you guys.
Lots of debauchery.
Well, we went to Harry Potter World, which was amazing, I have to say. That was like
Kate had the best
thing.
She cried.
In my life.
She cried.
I might have shed a tear or two, but it was amazing. And it's so fun to do something that you love so much with your friends and people that you just love and care about, and it's awesome. I mean, you're with like 7 or 8 or not, whatever we are, of your best friends. It's great.
I just like to say that I do this. I act because I like to act to people. Not, you can also act by yourself, but it doesn't get you anywhere. But I just think that we have an exceptional cast. It's a joy, and it doesn't matter. And also we're a big team. We got cameramen and costume. We're quite a group, and I love. We get along great. That's it. I don't know whether I answered any questions there, but I just really feel that way.
Peggy keeps us in line, pretty much. Right, Peggy? You keep us in line.
Ryan. We have Angelo.
Tell people off.
What's that?
I'm always telling them off, sometimes nicely and sometimes right at you. Yeah.
Just like a family would.
See this bruise? I was misbehaving.
Ryan, who do you have there?
We have Angelo from Orlando.
Angelo.
My question's for Ari. Are you ever gonna get to keep a baby? You've been pregnant for.
Give her mine.
Or should I direct the question to your boss?
I don't know.
You can share mine.
I want a baby. I know. I could be your mother, and then I can have a grandbaby already.
Yeah.
That would be weird and strange. So, but I would really love. Yes, I think well, I realize that there's one thing I would love to carry over on the show is I love the kids on the show. I bond with them. I love when they interact with me in the show. I mean, the kids steal the scenes in the show. So all the kids that I've worked with, especially baby Sydney, when they're twins. So when one of them would just cry or whatever, we would totally work through the scenes and just make it as real as possible. And I actually felt that the babies made me better because I had to work through it, like as moms do. Your kid's screaming, you can't stop when you're on the phone, or you can't, you gotta continue your life. And I think it just makes you better. And I think it would make Nicole a better woman. She would still have those bad, things about her. And maybe that's why she hasn't had one, because baby makes you better, or could anyway. Well, that's not true, because look at Sammy. God, how many?
Are you sure maybe psychology would have been your second choice? Not an actress.
Are you here? Am I talking to myself, I think? I'm not sure what's happening.
All right, great. Julia.
All right, we've got Andrew from Georgia.
Hi, I have a question for John and for Peggy. Y'all have been on the show for so long and y'all do a marvelous job at it. But how has being on the show for so long and working on it day after day changed who you are as a person? Has it really, would you be a different person today if you hadn't done Days of Our Lives?
John, you want to start that one out?
Well, chances are I'd be a lot poorer than I am. No, I don't know what would have changed. Really, I mean, I would be acting someplace. If not, before I was acting in daytime, I was acting in nighttime. And about the same.
Peggy? Throughout the course of your career on the show, do you feel like it's had an impact on your life, and it's kind of helped, if I'm hearing the question correctly, kind of developed who you are?
By the characters that they played.
By the characters, yeah, the characters that you play. Has it helped kind of image you as to who you see yourself as now? Has it influenced you?
Because of the daytime image, I had to see a whole lot of myself.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was a mistake. They put the wrong reel in. It was not what I did. But I don't say the question so I get on it.
Let's ask it one more time, and then we'll get you a clarification there.
Well, my question was, since you've worked on the show day after day for such a long time, how has it changed you as a person?
Well, I think at this time, we have the best writers. I think they create stories for everyone, which is what the show's about, and they had a lot of suspense, and maybe not so wacky as it used to be sometimes. But I always love the audience because they went along with it. But I think this is a show getting better, and I hope that those who will have to say about our show will feel the same. Certainly the way you showed up today and for us makes us all feel good, and we hope it'll help us stay there because we like doing it. That's it.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Brian.
Hi, we have Tony from Vero Beach.
Hey, Tony.
Hi. Galen and Scott, what was your most embarrassing moment on the set? All right, James.
Almost.
Galen, most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just now.
yes. The sunburn I incurred Thursday. The most embarrassing moment on set.
I must not embarrass easily because I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I mean, as an actor, you kind of have to have tough skin. But I mean, there was one that really sticks out that was on Passions where I was supposed to rescue this Sheridan crane, and I was supposed to run through this door and sweep her and save her from the bad guys. And I went to go through the door. I went to open it, and it didn't open. And I just smashed right into the window pane. And it's okay. It's one. But yeah, it did pretty much like rip my face. It was on like America's Funniest Videos or one of those blooper shows, and you could see through the curtain like the shadow of a guy running to the window, which was me, or the door, and then you could hear it hit, boom, and then here we go. Oh my God, that was pretty embarrassing. And but because of the speed which we had to move on, the makeup artist was packing makeup on my face. He was like, God, it's like putting makeup on hamburger meat. And so I went and shot the scene. That was not very heroic, if you will.
James, you just don't embarrass easy, huh?
Oh, I can't beat that. No, I guess I don't embarrass easily. Can anybody think of anything that you've seen me do in which I've been embarrassed? Aside from the general level of my work on a daily basis. No?
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, Julia.
Here we have Michelle from Orlando.
Michelle.
Who do you guys think has more power, the Kyriakis or the Damaris?
Hernandez.
The Godfather is in the room. Come on now.
Respect.
Yeah, but there's two of us and there's only one family.
Oh, go ahead and repeat your question there. It was a question of the powers in the families, and I think the audience kind of feels like including your castmates here, feel like you have.
Yeah, well, Victor is really sort of semi-retired as far as the bad guy thing is concerned. If he were active again, there's no question who would be done.
All right. Julia, looks like you have a little princess there with you.
I sure do. This is Mikayla. She's 9, and she has a question for Gabby.
Gabby, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Everything. I like to dance. It's one of my favorite things to do ever. Any type of dance. Crazy dance, salsa dance, rock dance, anything. But I like to eat a lot of food. And obviously to eat that food, I have to work out. So I like to go to the gym. I love to paint. I like to draw. And do arts and crafts. I'm a total girly girl. I just love to do all those things and watch movies.
All right, that's a lot. Great question. Great question. Ryan, where are you, sir?
Right up here, we have Colleen from the Villages.
All right, Colleen.
This is for James. Now, you've had a very diverse career as EJ, from race car driver to lawyer. Which is the most challenging and which was the most fun to play?
I did like when he was a race car driver. That was really fun. I liked when he had a car as well. That was, let's see. And being a law, I haven't got to practice a lot of law, let's be honest. I don't actually think, oh no, I had a courtroom scene once with Blake, and he didn't get off. In fact, he went to prison for the rest of his life, if I remember correctly. I wish I was a bit more of a lawyer, actually. I really do enjoy those scenes, but out of all of them, race car driver, lawyer,
I liked him when you were the mayor.
Oh yes! I forgot about that. I loved being mayor. Loved it.
All right, great question. Let's go back to Julia. Do you have something with a question?
All right, Casey has a second question, and this will be our last one, Scotty.
Okay.
Daniel, this is for you. How does it work with Maggie being your mom and Jennifer being her niece? How does that work?
For me, they try to keep me aligned. It doesn't seem to help. But it's fantastic. Actually, you know, both of those characters have given my character some roots into the show, because I had been floating around from bedroom to bedroom. And certainly, you know, Maggie has given me a home. And it's sort of given Daniel some depth, which has been helpful to me. But neither one seemed to be able to keep me in line.
Great.
Okay, too.
Good, thank you so much. We appreciate it. How about a big round of applause for our panel, ladies and gentlemen? Now, we did have an opportunity while they were making their way over to this particular studio. We've got a special treat. They are in a limited supply, but as you leave this area and you make your way out, we'll have Universal representatives. They're in yellow shirts, and they have autographed cards that were signed by the entire cast here that is in front of you guys today. And they will, as I said, be in limited supply, so as you make your way out, feel free to get those. How about a big round of applause, once again? The cast of Days of Our Lives, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure being here for the day and the day of our lives. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.